Okay, we're now on the northwest side of the property. Look at these hazelnuts. They're really starting to take off. And look at the cherries. So I covered these I think last weekend. And I expanded this fenced in area so we could just get around inside here a little easier. So this whole thing is netted. And just in the last week, boom, almost all these were green a week ago. That's crazy. So we're gonna have to pick those soon. Uh-oh, I got a bird stuck in here. That's the only problem with using netting. And see if I can get him out in a little bit here. This is the bog garden. This is a perpetually very, very wet area. There's like a perimeter drain here and stuff. So, good spot for things that like it wet. That big tree is a snowball. There's another one behind it. It's a little smaller. We also started some new cranberry this year. So this is kind of low American cranberry. And then of course, elderberry in full flower. So we'll start to see those berries in a little bit. And walking up now on the side here with all the evergreens. I'm too close for you to actually see how big these evergreens are getting. These were planted as like 12-foot, 10-foot, 12-foot trees at best. Some of them were started from seedlings. Nice big red twig dogwood there. And then peaches. These peach trees don't look great, but this one definitely set a ton of fruit this year. It's not very big fruit, but we'll see what happens. This one I think is going to end up dying. But even there, it's got some fruit. This is a newer tree. I think this is the first time we've seen fruit on that one. And then apricot. I think this is still too young to do much. Serviceberry. Another peach. I think these two younger peaches we planted last year or the year before. And this whole area here we've expanded. As you can see, compared to previous years, this area is just a lot bigger, a lot more chips. So, and then the garden, kind of randomly trying to get strawberries in certain places. So there's some there. And this whole end of the garden is all new beds. All of our beds were starting to get kind of worn out. So we did a lot of new beds this year. I also redid the compost to face the other direction and made 2 compartments and made a flat top so we could put a roof on. So we're going to see if that works any better. We haven't had a ton of luck making compost. So, potatoes blooming. Sweet peppers. It's funny to see this because I've been out of town, so I'm seeing things growing in quite a bit just this last week. Tomatoes. Garlic back there. Already got scapes, so they're coming along just fine. One of our hugels, which I added some dirt and wood to this year. One of our main tomato trellises. This is all like mostly processors. This is our strawberries, which we just kind of started letting grow in here. So all through here and back into here. They've done all right. And not as much predator pressure, which is just odd. So, kind of refurbished a bunch of these hugels this year. Made this one into sort of a U-shaped one, kind of like the other one. Clean some things up a bit. More potatoes. It's the first year we're using this hugel. I think built it last year and built it up a little more this year. And then greenhouse, of course. Not much in there right now. A lot of garlic on this side this year because we like to rotate it a little bit. This area we want to make into a little Zen garden seating area. So I've got some of the stone down. We redid this wall last year and expanded it out. So now it kind of, I think, integrates with all this a lot better. There's a little garden here, and then it wraps around this tree, and then you're into the wall. And so you got a nice continuous kind of space here. So the idea here is this, in this grass, or sorry, in this stone, a couple currants there on the left. We're gonna put a bench. Might buy a couple more of these cedar planters. I bought one to try it. It's pretty good for the money. So, and cedar lasts really well. So we might get some more of that. Debating about like what to do here. We keep wanting to put maybe like one of those drooping evergreens or weeping evergreens. I don't know the technical name of it, but yeah, something kind of a little more decorative or exotic. It's like a focal point of interest. So I'm not going to go through the back orchard in any detail this year, but just so you can kind of see the size some of these trees are getting. The one in the back there is the biggest, is a cherry. This is a cherry. You can see there's hardly any cherries on here because the cherry trees, the birds pick the cherries off, which is why we started doing bushes and netting it. That's an apple. I think that's a Harrison or a Liberty. I can't remember, one of the two. Yeah, so I think we have, I don't know if you can see from here, nice Potomac pear tree there. It's got decent fruit set this year. These flies are trying to bite me. And in general, more elderberry back here. Well, that tree does not look like it is happy, does it? I think that one's done. That's a Honeycrisp. It never really has taken off. It never produced, and now it looks dead. So, have to say, other people around here seem to have luck with Honeycrisp. It's a pain in the ass tree to me. I love the fruit, but holy cow, it's hard to grow fruit. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but not much luck. Look at how much fruit's on that little tree. And then this is one of our bigger crab apples, and it doesn't look like it's doing great either, but I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'm gonna try to figure that out. There's hardly any fruit on it. The leaves don't look good. Some of that's scab, but there's those nice red crab apples that have the pink flesh. They're so cool. But yeah, overall, better fruits that year. Last year was bad. I still don't know why. Just didn't seem like anything pollinated. It kind of went across multiple species. And it wasn't like cold late, so it wasn't like a frost thing, I don't think. So yeah, just weird. All right, that's pretty much it. I'll turn around and just look at the garden here from the other side. Give you a sense of what the back of the house looks like. And be able to see this wall from the other side. And then we'll walk up this walkway here towards this trellis. Now we'll conclude the tour this year with all this volunteer lettuce. We just cleaned up this area too, like a couple weeks ago. Clematis. And then Kristen's trying to expand this area. Plus it's just mucky. Really mucky this year. You can kind of see. Eventually I think we're going to try to integrate this into a whole kind of backyard landscaped thing. Like a path to the garden rather than this grass, because it's just constantly wet. It seems like a waste. You see how well the front of this garden's doing though. This is all perennials and, you know, herbal stuff, you know, for herbal medicine. And so just gonna expand this out. You can see this here. Remnants of compost. So yeah, this whole area in front of the garden will tend to be more of the same, like more like perennial flowers, perennial herbs. So not so much vegetables, more like decorative and kind of working landscape stuff. So that's it. 2026.